gentlemen, and it is time for the Turkey Bowl. We've got midgets on tap. We've got the non-wing 360s and also the UMP Modifieds. I'm your host tonight, Ryan Griffith, and we are back right here with Dirt Eye TV, and we can't be more excited to start tonight with the midgets. We also got a big program coming up that we'll talk about coming up this weekend. Right now we're busy talking about turkey because it's Thanksgiving, and what better way to get some racing action out there than doing the Turkey Bowl. This is the second year that Millertime Motorsports has put on this show. The Turkey Bowl, the midgets, the non-wing 360s, and I believe this is new this year, the UMP Modifieds. And those UMP Modifieds, they're going to be going around Eldora Speedway, and that's where we'll be at in roughly 1 week for the Big Three at the Big E. Speaking about that Big Three, right there it is, the Big Three, the Big E. It's a big weekend, December 3rd and 4th, live here on Dirt Eye TV, right here on YouTube. We got a $2,100 pot on the line. We're going to kick it off with the night before the Kings of Millertime. There's $100 on the line there for the winner, and the Race of Champions, $100 there. On the 4th, that's a new race. And then Sunday night, the big one, the Kings of Millertime, the 4th king will be crowned. $300 on the line there. Make sure that you tune in for that, as it's going to be an exciting event for those drivers out there that are in on the show. And we're getting you set for qualifying here, as qualifying's out there on the track, and we have your ticker up there on the left-hand side. As you can see, the fastest times turned out here. You can see a couple drivers that are here with us tonight, as Byron Gay and both Josh Berkey are the ones that put this Turkey Bowl on each year, from last year and this year. It's been a hot success, and they're looking for a big success again this season, or this race, I should say, or this evening, as your first cars are out there. That 72 of Craig Sherram is on top of the leaderboard at a 12.661. That's a 12.661. He sets quick time right now. Ian McKenzie right there putting down a good time at a 12.762 for Ian McKenzie. Byron Gay still yet to take time. Josh Berkey still yet to take time. Now Berkey takes a time at a 12.740. Josh Berkey now on the clock there. Josh Berkey sitting P2 there after his final lap there at a 12.742. Zach Dykstra turning in at a 6 quick at a 12.763. Byron Gay tops his teammate Josh Berkey there at a 12.700. It's a 12.700 still. No one able to touch that 72 machine right now, as he's your fastest out here in qualifying. Still one car left to qualify, and that is the 55 of Justin Edwards. As we wait for him, Brandon Surt also clocking into the pits tonight, and we'll see that 84 of Millertime Motorsports. So it looks like 3 Millertime Motorsports guys. Jason Randolph is here in the midgets as well tonight in that 47 machine. He turns a time at a 12.790 for Jason Randolph, sitting the 7th quick right now. Brandon Voiles there, and at number 22, well, he is a king, as he will be battling it on for the 4th king here in a week from today, and he clocks in at a 12.795 there. So Brandon Voiles inside the top 10 here as qualifying is concluding here. We have roughly 2 minutes left on the old timer out there for Justin Edwards and Brandon Surt to take their time. Couple notable notes out there that we know. Some Warren Samoy there at a 12.910. He sits 12th quick in that 77 machine. He's done well in these midgets and non-wing cars, and also very good at the late models. We've seen him do well in those, as I imagine we'll see him in a modified tonight, and he may be one to watch in that 77 machine. Also, his teammate Brian Wax here turning the time of a 13.080. Brian Wax in that 14 machine, he is clocked in at that 15th position. We have 17 cars that are in the pits tonight. We'll be getting you set for heat racing action here in roughly about a minute and 20 seconds or so. And that will be what is coming up next, is your heat racing. Again, if you missed it, you don't want to miss out on the Big 3 at the Big Eldora Speedway, as we will be there for 2 nights. We're going to start it off on December 3rd at 7 p.m. for the night before the Kings of Millertime. It'll be live right here on Dirt Eye TV on YouTube. And then on December the 4th at noon, we'll have the Race of Champions. $100 will be on the line for those guys. Those are winners from the past season and top in points. And then the big race, the one that everyone's watching, is December 4th that evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The Kings of Millertime, the 4th running of $300 is up on the line for that. Total pot on that evening, $2,100 is up on the pot there for Millertime Motorsports. It does look like we did have Brandon Surratt did take time there, and he is clocked in the 11th position in that 84 machine at a 12.851. Brandon Surratt at a 12.851. As we look at the field tonight, it looks like we have all A and B class drivers as we get you set for your first heat race of this evening. All right, this first heat race is going to look a little something like this on the pole in that number 72 machine. That's going to be Greg Sheeran. Starting second in the 39 machine, that's going to be Joshua Berkey. Starting third in the 47 machine, that's going to be Jason Randolph. Starting fourth in the 7 machine, that's going to be Greg Silvey. Starting fifth is the 77 of Warren Savoy. And starting sixth, his teammate, number 14, that's Brian Wax. We're going to have 8 laps in these heat races. It does look like all of the drivers will make it into tonight's main event, so no one's going home tonight. But remember, there is $5 on the line for this feature and $5 for the next 2 features after this race with the non-wing and the modifieds. $15 on the line for the points of the Turkey Bowl. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. We are going to go green flag here out of turns number 3 and 4 to come down the backstretch. Going to be on that number 2 machine, or I should say the number 72 machine, I should say. He will have the command here in that orange and white machine. He is on the throttle, and we are green flag racing here in your first heat race of the Turkey Bowl. So the preferred line around here early in on this race is, of course, going to be right down along the bottom of those tires, as you see 2 cars get into it back there. All is well for the top 3, though, as Greg Sheeran and Josh Berkey and Jason Randolph is your top 3 right now. Last time by, your fastest guy out there was Sheeran at a 12.743. Josh Berkey second quick there, running in that second position in that 39 machine, still trying to close in on your race leader. Jason Randolph in that 3rd position right now. Then back into the pack here in that 4th position. That's going to be Warren Samoy. He's in that 4th position, and right behind him, his teammate Brian Wax in the 14 machine. Back up front, Greg has led from the top of the green flag as we are 6 laps down of the 8-lap race as they come across the line that time by. Sheeran looks pretty strong out here as he has your fastest lap in this race so far. Look over the last 5 laps though, and we look at the averages. Well, Josh Berkey is actually the quickest over the last 5 average laps. Josh Berkey's sitting at 12.796. As they come across the line, the white flag is out. 1 lap around for that 72 machine of Greg Sheeran. Josh Berkey in that 2nd position, and Jason Randolph looking to hold on for that 3rd position. He's down there on the bottom side. He will do it as Greg Sheeran gets your win. Joshua Berkey in 2nd, and Jason Randolph in that 3rd position. All right, heat race number 2 is gritting up on the field as we speak. And starting on the pole, the number 11, that is Byron Gay. Starting 2nd in the 46 machine, that is Ian McKenzie. Starting 3rd in the double number 22, that is Brandon Boyles. Starting 4th in the 84 machine, that is Brandon Surratt. Starting 5th is the 2 of Michael Lindmans. Starting 6th is the 55 of Justin Edwards. Looks like we have got the signal to go green flag next time by. The iRacing Pace Truck lights are out, and it's going to be on the command of the number 11 of Byron Gay. Green flag is waving out there on the speedway. Byron Gay takes the early command. That's good racing action on back here in the 3rd, 4th position with Brandon Surratt on the bottom side trying to get some kind of momentum going. Ian McKenzie there on the top side. As Ian McKenzie still on the top side there, and he drops on back into the 4th position. He tries to roll the top side, not being able to make anything. As we speak, Brandon Surratt moves on up through the field. He's moved up 2 positions from the start of the green flag, and that 84 machine is on the move. Look at the fastest time of this race so far right now, and it's going to be Byron Gay up front with a 12.732. He's your fastest driver out here right now as he's got some clean air out front. But his teammate is right behind him and lurking. Look at the last lap and compare those times. Last lap by Brandon Surratt at a 12.876, and this time by Brandon Surratt clips the wheels, the tires down there on the inside. Look over the last 5 laps here. When those come up here, your average over the last 5 laps, Brandon Surratt a little bit quicker than Byron Gay. Brandon Boyles running in that 3rd position right now, holding strong there, not able to close into the back bumper of Brandon Surratt. Ian McKenzie has dropped back 2 positions from the start of this green flag race. And Byron Gay, still your race leader out front, and now is the fastest out there over the last 5 laps at a 12.851. So Byron Gay getting it done here as he comes here on the checkered flag here, and checker flag's going to wave there for Byron Gay. He's going to get to win. Brandon Surratt going to come in 2nd position, and Brandon Boyles comes in the 3rd position as we look for your final heat race. Your next heat race is on the track. And starting on the pole in the 63 machine, that is Clifford Driscoll. Starting 2nd in the 18 machine, that's Zach Dykstra. Starting 3rd in the 09 machine, that's Theodore York. Starting 4th in the 13 machine, that is Ryan Insinger. Starting 5th in the 26, that's Jason Haynes. And starting 6th in the 24, that's Jacob Walker. right, we are ready to go. Green flag. Clifford Driscoll is your command leader there in that 63 machine. He is on the throttle. We're green flag racing here in your third heat race of the night. 8 laps here is the distance. Zach Dykstra early on the throttle. He's up into that second position. He's on the move here early in on this one. We'll take a look at your best lap times as they come across here as they complete these laps. 2 laps in the books. Driscoll out to the early race command lead, started on the pole, looking strong. Looks like everybody from the pole has won so far, so we're looking to see if that changes. Can Zach Dykstra catch Driscoll? But right now, the 12.704 doesn't look like it right now. He's your fastest guy out here. Ryan Insinger battling hard with York back there. There's a 3-car battle and a little side contact there. There's Ryan Insinger there in that 13 machine trying to close the gap there on Theodore York. And Theodore York runs in that third position right now. Back up front, that 63 machine, well, he's out front and he's leading it. And he's looking really strong right now here in your third heat race. Look at your average over the last 5 laps. Clifton Driscoll currently at a 12.739. He's your fastest out there by quite a bit, 0.2 of a second there over Zach Dykstra. Zach Dykstra starting to fade here in this race. Theodore York running that third position. Ryan Insinger back there in the fourth position, and Jason Haynes has put it in the pits there after early contact there with Ryan Insinger early in on this one. So checker flag across the line there. Driscoll's going to get your win at a 12.771 over your last 5 laps. Driscoll putting her down there, winning by quite a big margin. As it does look like we're going to do a B main. That does look like what's going to be coming up next, and we'll have that run down here in just a few minutes. Your B main here. This is just on Blasing here, and these are cars that did not transfer out of the transfer spots, and they put them in the B main here. You got 6 cars. Looks like only 4 may have gridded here on the pole. Number 14, that's Brian Wax. Starting in the second position, that's Michael Lindman. Starting in the third position, that's 26 of Jason Haynes. And starting in the fourth position, that's the 7 of Craig Silby. 4 cars here will go the distance for 12 laps in the B main, and then we'll get you set for tonight's feature event for the midgets in the first of 3 races for the Turkey Bowl. Green flag is waving. Brian Wax out to the early race command lead, as it's been a trend as the pole setter has won the race in the first of your 3 heat races. Will that come true here in the B main? Brian Wax trying to hold on to that race lead right now. We take a look there at your fastest lap right now. There they are, fastest lap. Brian Wax has the fastest lap in this race at a 12.865. We'll keep an eye on that last 5 as you start to see Craig Selby is starting to close the gap there on your race leader. 7 machine running a line just a little bit higher there on entry and getting down low here on the exit of turns number 4. He's side by side there with that 14 machine of Brian Wax. They'll go side by side on the exit of 2. A little contact, a little wheel stand there in that 14 machine of Brian Wax. He gathers it back up, but Greg Selby has taken over the race lead in this one. 7 laps down of a 12-lap race. Now, Brian Wax back into the second position. Now that has opened up the door for Jason Haynes. Is he able to close the gap there on that 14 machine? Jason Haynes looks to look a tad higher on entry and then drops it back down to the bottom of the track on the exit. Selby has checked out from these guys as now the race is on for that second position. 9 laps down of a 12-lap race. And Jason Haynes is there to the back bumper of the 14 machine of Brian Wax. Brian Wax goes up the track just a little bit to block as they make a little contact there. Jason Haynes going to have to gather it back up, and will it be a little bit too late as he has coming to 2 to go here as they come across the line. Selby has checked out of this race, running the top side of the racetrack. He's gone in this one. Brian Wax still holds into that second position. Now Jason Haynes, can he gather it back up here? Coming across the line, a white flag is waving now for Jason Haynes. Jason Haynes looking for a big run down here on the backstretch. Selby's going to get your win coming out of turn number 4. The race is here for that second position, side by side on the exit. Brian Wax will get that second position. Jason Haynes comes home in the third position, and Craig Selby is your winner. Coming up next, we'll have your feature event. It is time to work that track in. Warm-ups have concluded, and it is time for your feature event tonight for your Turkey Bowl Midgets, race number 1 of 3 tonight. Here's how your grid's going to start. On the pole in that 72 machine, it's Greg Sheeran. Starting second in the 11 machine, it's going to be Byron Gay. Third will be the 63 of Clifford Driscoll. Starting fourth is the 39 of Joshua Berkey. Starting fifth is the 84 of Brandon Surratt. Starting sixth is the 18 of Zach Dykstra. Starting seventh is the 47 of Jason Randolph. Starting eighth is the 22 of Brandon Boyles. Starting ninth is the 09 of Theodore York. Starting 10th is the 77 of Warren Samoy. Starting 11th is the 46 of Ian McKinley. Starting 12th is the 13 of Ryan Ensinger. Starting 13th is the 7 of Greg Selby. Starting 14th is the 14 of Brian Wax. Starting 15th is the 26 of Jason Haynes. Starting 16th is the 2 of Michael LeMan. 2 cars did not grid up for tonight's feature event, having issues. They have put it on the trailer, the 55 of Justin Edwards and the 24 of Jacob Walker. Your green flag racing here out of turns 4. The 72 machine is on the throttle. He is your race leader. Will it hold true as through the heat races? The pole setter wins it. We shall see. The 72 machine out front early. Clifford Driscoll now running the top side of the racetrack. We have a caution flag on the speedway. Clifford was on the move there, moving up through the pack. As Brian Wax was the first one involved there. Jason Haynes also a little issue there. As you see cars on the front stretch stop there. Ryan Ensinger, one of them also stopped. And Ryan Ensinger goes upside down there on the front stretch. First caution flag of this evening. We've got 30 laps to go around here at Lima Land Speedway. As you see, Brandon Surratt also on the move here is another driver of Millertime Motorsports. Several Millertime Motorsports drivers right up there inside the top 5. You got Brandon Surratt. You got Byron Gay and Josh Berkey sitting 3, 4, and 5. Green flag is out on the speedway. Brandon Surratt there running in that 3rd position. On back here, you got Josh Berkey. It just took over position from Byron Gay, working the bottom side of the raceway. And currently right now, Josh Berkey is your fastest out here on the speedway. Even though he is in that 4th and 5th position, he is the fastest guy out here and running the bottom side of the speedway. As your race leader's fastest time at a 13:011. Brandon Surratt there on the top side of him, running in that 3rd position right now. Brandon Voiles on back here in that 6th position. Heavy traffic on back here in the pack. As you can see, Byron Gay works the really top of the track here. Byron Gay has fell back in this one. He's back into the 6th position right now. Byron Gay has lost 4 positions from the drop of the green flag. Brandon Voiles, on the other hand, has moved up 3 spots from the drop of the green flag. Look at your fastest over the last 5 laps. Well, guess who it is? It's Brandon Voiles, turning a 13.148 over the last 5 laps. That's an average. And so he's on the move there. He's in that 5th position, on the bottom side of the raceway. Josh Berkey has now taken over 1 position from his teammate Brandon Surratt. Now, a battle for the lead, as Driscoll had a slider there for a moment, took the lead over. As here comes another momentum run by Driscoll. Sheeran has been your race leader from the drop of the green flag, but a lot of pressure there by that 63 machine of Driscoll as your caution flag waves once again. Zach Dykstra involved in an incident there. As you can see, he has put that in the pits. See it there. Looked like a car got a little sideways in front of him. It looks like it was Byron Gay, made contact up in front and nowhere to go as Zach Dykstra goes for a ride there. That was our second caution flag of the night. As we are 11 laps down of the 30-lap race, still your race leader, Craig Sheeran, but man, has he had some pressure right behind him. Clifford Driscoll, he has been there in that 63 machine, tried to put a hard slider on him, wasn't able to get the pass in on it. Byron Gay having a rough outing here in the first race in the midgets, probably one that he really wanted to do well in, as your green flag is waving out on the speedway. Josh Berkey rolling the bottom side of the raceway as everybody else is up about mid-track to top the track. He's the only one up front right now running the bottom and is able to do it with a little bit of efficiency as he gets into the tire down on the bottom side of the raceway. You've seen him pick up that front end. He loses several positions after that. 3, 4, 5 cars go by Josh Berkey in that 39 machine. Back up front, Sheeran is still your race leader. Driscoll is approaching him right there in the back. And then you look at Craig Selby. He was the guy that came out of the B main. He is sitting in a 3rd position. He came from out of nowhere. Shoot him out of a cannon. Up 10 spots, the fastest guy out on the speedway at a 13.159. Race for the lead is about to heat up there as Driscoll is there. As Selby is in striking distance as well, side by side at the stripe. Driscoll was your race leader there in the 73 machine that time by. It looks like the 63 is your race leader now. Driscoll running the top side of the raceway right now, and it's working out for him very, very well. Craig Selby still running in that 3rd position, but he is up 10 spots, so keep an eye on him. Brandon Surratt's in the 4th position, but he's got heavy pressure from Jason Randolph that is right behind him, running the mid side of the track. Well, back in here, we got 3-car battle back here with Josh Berkey, Brandon Voiles, and Warren Samoy. All 3 cover a blanket with all 3 of them. That's also Jason Haynes is trying to get in the mix here. He was in a B main as well. He's in that 9th position. He's up 6 spots. But still, your big gainer in this race is Craig Selby as he's looking to the inside for another position on Sheeran. Sheeran running the top side, Selby on the bottom. "22 laps down, Selby clips the tire just a little bit, not enough to hurt him too much. Still side by side with Sheeran. They're still side by side, and at the line, Sheeran still has Selby just by the nose of his car. Driscoll likes all of this racing action behind him because as that is heating up, Driscoll is starting to check out from the 2 of them. Selby on the bottom, Sheeran on the top side. Brandon Surratt there in the 4th position has not gave the position up from Jason Randolph as those 2 start to close in on that 2nd and 3rd position. Good battle here for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place here. Josh Berkey trying to make a comeback here. He has moved up into the 6th position now as he's got around Voiles. Selby now has the command of that 2nd position and can now put his eyes on Driscoll, but it may be a little bit too late as we are 26 laps of a 30-lap race. We've only got 5 laps to close in on that race leader as here comes Brandon Surratt out of nowhere. He puts a big slider on Sheeran. Surratt working the top side. Here comes Sheeran back on the bottom. Surratt back underneath him, side by side, racing there. Slider after slider in those turns. Good battle there for that last podium position, that 3rd position. Jason Randolph working the top side of the raceway. He's going to get a big run on Sheeran this time. Greg Sheeran trying to hold on for that 4th position. Now he's going to lose it from Jason Randolph. Driscoll still your race leader up front. Selby in that 2nd position, not able to close the gap. White flag is out. One final lap around for Driscoll. Driscoll looking for checkers here out of turns number 4, and he will see him. Driscoll is your winner. Selby comes on 2nd. 3rd will be Surratt. Randolph in 3rd, and your top 5 position, Greg Shelburne. Leppo Driscoll is your race winner here. He started in that 3rd position. He moved up 2 spots to claim victory in that 63 machine. Greg Selby, big hard charger in this race, up 11 spots in this one, that 7 machine. So good outing for him, coming deep in this field. Good in points here for him. Brandon Surratt in that 3rd position, 84. He moves up 2 spots to finish in that 3rd position. Jason Randolph in the 4th position. 5th was Greg Sheeran. He lost 4 spots in this one. Tough outing there as he started in that 2nd position outside row number 1. Wasn't able to get it done and moves into the 5th position. Josh Berkey has to be a disappointing after he looked very strong on the bottom side of the racetrack. Clipped the inside tire. We wonder if it did any kind of damage on that car as he was not able to regain that. He finishes in that 6th position. 7th was Brandon Voiles. Looked strong early in this one, moving up through the pack. He only finished up 1 spot in that 7th position. Warren Samoy up 2 spots in that 8th position is Warren Samoy. 9th was Brian Wax. He moved up 5 positions in this one, that 14 machine. He was also another one in the B main. The 10th position, that number 11 of Byron Gay. He was your big loser in this race, losing 8 spots after starting there in that 2nd position. Tough outing for him. In the 11th position was the 26th of Jason Haynes. He moved up 4 positions after coming through the B main. Ian McKenzie in that 46. He comes home 12th. 2nd is Michael Lindman. He comes home in that 13th position. 14th was the 18 of Zach Dykstra after unfortunate contact there with Byron Gay. He moves out 8 positions from the start of this race. Theodore York, he finishes in the 15th position, down 6 spots, and Ryan Insinger rounds out the final grid there in that 16th position. That is how they stacked up here in the first race of 3. This is the midget race. The next race you will see is the non-wing 360s, as still some of these guys that we've seen here in the midgets is probably going to be some of the guys you may still look at as contenders here in this next race in the 360s. But Clifford Driscoll gets the $5 for this feature. He's looking to go and sweep tonight as we have the 360 non-wings up next. Again, $15 is up on the line for the points leader, so every position matters in this one. We will be back here in roughly about 30 minutes for the start of the non-wing 360s, so catch us then. Here in about 30 minutes or so, we will be live for the 360 non-wings.